So we were talking about how the people on the internet, I think this was on the Patreon, but there's people on the internet that were like faking having disabilities like autism and stuff, right? So there's this whole autism section of basically TikTok. And they find their little community, and then there's all these people that are kind of faking it, right?
Did we talk about this last week?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but there's this whole fucking community of people, and they're posting about it, right? So I was kind of digging deep into it or whatever, and they did a test that says if you're autistic, which all of the things sound like you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to do the test.
I have the question.
Give me the test.
So we'll go through. So these are, and if you're listening at home,
I will say that almost every girlfriend I've ever had has been like.
Well, that's my chick. She was like looking at the thing, and she goes, "They're all of the things are just you."
Let's do it.
Okay, so there is a few that I'm not sure which way they're going, but I just wrote down the questions. We're not actually going to go through the whole thing, but so this would be like a first thing. Do you find that you have a sense of humor that's different than the mainstream?
Correct. Looks like I'm not going to peg my way out of this problem.
Well, you do. Well, you like when you do Holocaust jokes on stage. Would you consider that mainstream comedy? Your taste, the kind of jokes you're into?
Correct.
So this is the kind of stuff. Do you ever notice patterns?
I do.
That's what the thing is about these tests. It's because it's like you get to be in the neurodivergent now, right?
Yeah.
All of the things are just like fairly normal. Like, did you ever?
Basically, I'm gonna finish up this quiz with a disability. So.
Well, that's the thing. Once we finish this test, you get to go on autism Twitter with your people.
I'm disabled TikTok.
Because, for noticing patterns, that's pretty standard for you. Every time I see you, I walk by, you're on the open mic, and you're like, white people be like this, black people.
Someone drops pencils. I'm like 97 pencils. That's definitely 97 pencils.
You're always noticing patterns, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for you. Like chicks be like this, men be like this. Girls be shopping. Remember you just said that before. Girls be shopping.
Girls do be shopping.
Okay. Do you stay away from situations where people might express affection for you?
No,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, maybe sometimes.
You consider yourself a big affection guy, Daniel?
I'm not. Well,
all these are a bit me too, but
yeah, sometimes
you're a big affection. Oh,
I feel like we're just.
You're a kind of a PDA guy now. Actually,
sometimes that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I am. PDA
that's a new thing that you're a PDA guy.
Yeah.
Danny probably never held a girl's hand in public, and now he's fucking tongue down his throat at the fucking center of
that's
the
what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not
Gardens.
Maybe this is just like a fucking cool dude test, and I'm just passing the cool dude test.
Well, I think your autism rubbed off a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's one. Do you feel like you're being persecuted in some way?
Always.
Would you say that some of your people have a bit of a persecution complex?
Yeah, like only for the last 6,000 years.
Have you ever mentioned that people like you were being persecuted?
Yeah, we have been. I mean, it's kind of verifiable.
Yeah. Have you ever been on Passover?
You think people in like during fucking World War II are like walking around with the yellow armbands being like,
autistic.
And you go, this sucks. You go, oh, fucking persecution complex over here. This guy with you go, I don't want to wear the yellow armband. He goes, classic persecution complex.
Persecution complex. Okay. So do you ever have the urge to jump over things?
Jump over? That's really one of the questions?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So, let's say that you saw
like a sewer.
Yeah, you're like, I can't step on that.
No, I can step on them.
You can step on them?
Yeah, I can.
But you have an urge to jump to conclusions, which I
do. Yes, I do have an urge to jump.
You have the jump to conclusions, Matt.
That was the best.
Okay, so you have so you don't have an urge to jump, so you're 1 for 5 right now.
I'm
4 for 5.
4 for 5.
Do you take pride in your appearance?
A bit.
No, you
regular
don't.
amount.
You think you take pride in your appearance?
I'm not like fucking.
I
got a nice haircut last week.
I don't want to like be the.
I'm not. I'm wearing this because I was on my way to the gym.
I'm not trying to do this test to make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
But like, no one's ever mentioned that.
I'm not a metrosexual.
When I met you, you go, I buy all my shirts online, like on like this one website. That's
so what? Steve Jobs is fucking autistic?
No, yeah.
Maybe he is actually. Hey, rest my case.
So I guess Steve Jobs isn't fashionable now?
No, I have some,
You think
I have
Steve
some-
Jobs takes pride in his appearance?
No, he's just fucking simplifying his life.
That's correct.
Yeah.
My point is this test is bullshit.
Well, no, well, yeah. But
Like,
I
everybody
mean,
takes
I don't.
pride.
I'm not I'm not like the most prideful, but I'm not like someone who goes, "Yo, you have barbecue sauce on your face."
I also could be like misinterpreting this question that if you take pride in your appearance, you're autistic.
Right.
I
No,
don't
I think it's
so.
the opposite.
Yeah, if you're like a slob that wears track pants out. it's
Yeah,
an
like I don't
autistic
wear
quality.
I don't wear track pants out.
No, but you do.
My girlfriend even she's like, "You should wear track pants."
Let me
I'm
ask you a
like, "I'm not
question.
wearing
Do you wear the same pants most days?
Yeah.
Do you wear?
I own.
Have you ever
I
owned
own
like a
3
big
pairs of
blue
jeans.
like Costanza bubble jacket sort of situation?
That's a fucking dude. Drake has that. That's a fucking Drake literally has that same jacket.
You think you dress like Drake?
I don't dress like Drake, but I have a Patagonia jacket that Drake has. You're gonna tell me that I don't take pride in my appearance wearing the same clothes as Drizzy Drake?
You're the guy.
The sixth
You have a
god.
fucking huge ass bubble jacket, and you're like, I'm like Drake.
I'm not saying I'm like Drake.
No, you're like George Costanza. Is exactly who you're like. You and Drake.
Gore-Tex.
Okay. Do you prefer to do things on your own, even when you could use others' help or expertise? Like, for example, fixing
yeah.
your girlfriend's bed.
Yeah. I put together a bed actually. She didn't help.
I don't know why that one's super autistic. I guess the idea
I think
is
it's just you don't work well with people.
you don't work well with people, and I think they're also saying that maybe you don't even like trust other people. Like you have to do it your own way.
Yeah, but I think there is a thing with like people who are autism where they're like they really don't work well with other people.
Right.
Which would be a funny dynamic on this podcast if I was super autistic and you're just asking me questions and I'm like
I'd
give you nothing back.
rather do this myself.
Yeah. Still here?
You do sort of consider yourself Mr. Fix-It sometimes. Like even we came here, we got the air conditioner here, and it was kind of like on and off. And Danny's always like, "Oh, I could rig up something that."
Well, I was looking to buy a timer on
Mr.
Amazon,
Fix-It.
but they don't make them for the voltage of these air conditioners.
So it might be just you might describe that as something
I'm not
that you-
Mr. Fix-It. My friends
You
who
think
are
you are.
actually Mr. Fix-Its like laugh at the idea that fucking I can handy and
Well, I'm
or
also
my family.
So you might say that your friends say that you try to do it on your own when you probably could have used the help or expertise of others.
No. I know where my depth. Like I had to hang a TV at my place. I'm not fucking trying that. I was like,
No,
I called
that'd
the guy.
be ridiculous.
But like little things, I'll I put together my bed and my couch and all my.
This
desk.
test is crazy though, right? Where they go, that's like every dad. They're like, oh, it's a little bit autistic. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't know.
You ever do the socialism, like where you find the political scale test? And it's just like, it's for people that want to have a neurodivergent thing to say they are. You know, like, or it's the equivalent of, they always do this. They'll be like, oh, let's find out if you're a socialist or capitalist. Like, question 1. Do you tend to prefer socialism or capitalism? Like they're always, it's so obvious, you know what I mean? And you go, I'm very much this. And you go, you're basically just, all you need is one question. To just, I always say that joke is the Family Matters where there's the chalkboard on the car and they say just write on the chalkboard how fast you think you're going. That's the speedometer. That's all of these tests where they go, they could start out by what do you think you are? And you know what the questions are. So you just end up with what you think you
Yeah,
are.
for definitely confirmation bias.
Exactly.
What else we got?
Okay. 5 more.
Five more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get a pleasurable tingling sensation in the head, scalp, or back of the body in response to certain sounds? Like a cha-ching, maybe.
Does ass count as back of the body?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What sound would that be? Do you get a tingling in your back when you hear?
No, I don't get tinglings.
No tingling, not even cha-ching.
That's an autism thing where you get a
Danny,
tingling?
You don't even get it. Oh, I mean, I'll tell you what you do get. A bit of a tingling sensation in your ass when you hear dring, dring, because you have the vibrator on, because you have dring, dring.
I didn't even know that was like, there are a lot of these things I'm like, yeah, I've heard of this stuff. I go, tingling?
Danny gets a bit of a tingling in his ass when you hear dring, dring.
I get a bit of a tingling when my girlfriend turns on the remote battery powered vibrator underwear.
Dring. All right. Do you dislike it when people drop by and visit you uninvited?
Yes.
It's just everybody.
That's every person.
No. Yeah. Who the fuck likes
What
that?
psycho is goes, I'm dropping in. You go, okay.
Yeah, what psycho likes that? Do you have problems finding your way to new places?
Yes.
Yes,
I have poor
100%.
spatial ability.
Yes, me
100%.
too. That's also me. Have you been accused of staring?
No, if anything,
Jugs count.
jugs count? No. No, I've never been a starer. If anything, I've been like too far in the other direction where I won't stare. But I'm not like a no.
You've been accused of what? No eye contact?
No, I'm not a no eye contact guy. I'm an exact normal amount of eye contact. But like, I won't stare. Sometimes I'll stare off in the distance.
Some of these are weird. Do you like tongue kissing?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know like what that's trying to prove or whatever, right?
I wanted to be
Autistic people do or don't.
They don't for sure.
Right, because it's like gross to them.
Yeah, okay. It's gross.
And then last, this one, the final things turns out you're not autistic, as it says the last question is, do you dislike it when people walk behind you?
Do I dislike it? No, I'm always impressed.
Daniel, his whole thing is he walks like 400 miles in front of everyone. So that
I'm just a fast walker. I fucking surround myself with slow ass walkers is the problem.
it's everyone else's fault.
I'm a faster walker than you. I'll fucking prove
No, because
that.
you have something to prove though. No matter how fast anyone's walking, you're in front of them.
I'm telling you, you put me by myself, I walk the exact same pace.
Yeah, I don't think
It's in my app, in my phone. It says exactly the pace I walk. I guarantee you, I walk the exact same speed regardless of who I'm
Which
with.
wouldn't be such a problem if we weren't in a hurry. You're with girls and you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. No, the real issue is like I'm literally with girls sometimes who are just smaller.
Smaller.
And then I'm
no
like,
one's in a hurry.
nobody's in a hurry and I just crank
And
on
you
the
don't know where you're going.
Yes.
The thing is, everyone's rushing to catch up, and then you realize you walk fucking the
I
wrong...
will say this though, 90% of the time I do know where I'm going, but I have this thing where because I keep actually noticing this once you brought it up, is I'll be walking and then in my mind, I'm following you, even though you're like 10 feet behind me. I'm just going in the direction, but we're all
Sounds a little autistic.
I know. I'm saying that. I'm admitting it. Where I go like in my mind, I go like, oh, I'm following you. You're behind me, but we're all going this direction. So I'll just like go. And then I'm like, oh, nobody's following it. It's the blind leading the blind.
It's always the blind leading the blind.
But I'm getting there faster.
Shit.
Anyways, what am I, 12% autistic?
Comments
on
all
how autistic you think I am out of 1 to 100.
Autistic boys unite. And if you are an autistic boy, just so you know,
We're neurodivergent. We're not called autistic.
We're neurodivergent.
We're neurodivergent guys like me. I'm actually going to change my fucking Twitter bio.
you know what Danny is?
Neurodivergent.
He's narrow D virgin. Come on,
God damn it.
that's all right.
Narrow D virgin?
He's a narrow D virgin.
Someone's going to use that against someone who says I'm neurodivergent. You got more like a fucking narrow D virgin.
Nerd fucking.
Get him.
All right.